Alright, hey everyone, back again. This is Andrew, working on the Offseason robot project. So far, we've gotten a lot done in sketches. We've got most of the entire robot done in a sketch. We have a lot of the drive frame started. It's currently 11:58 here in sunny San Jose, California. 11:58 p.m. that is. I've been at this for about 2.5 hours. And have most of a frame together. I'm going to get most of the robot done. I'm hoping maybe I'll get it all done tonight. I don't know, maybe. In the same amount of time, most of my students would have just finished arguing over octagonal versus rectangular drive base. But that's irrelevant. At the end of the last video, I just made a 30-something-and-a-half-inch piece of 1x1 for the upper frame. That's going to hold my bumpers on. I'm just going to get started on the other one, which I believe is a 26-inch dimension, but because I have a 1x1 on either side, it's going to be 24 inches. I wonder if there's a hotkey for center rectangle. I use SolidWorks, forgetting the word. I am tired. It's like, I don't want to say theme. No, it's not theme. It's where you have all your configurations and your system settings. Yeah, that's irrelevant. I don't know. I'm using the one 1323 uses, which I've become most accustomed to. I like all their hotkeys and the the x-axis. There it goes. All the button combinations they have. That's useful. I like it. But I've never found one, or I've never tried to find one for center point rectangle, which I use quite a bit. What's that? Okay. I use center point rectangle a lot more than corner rectangle, just because it adds a nice symmetry. Okay, that's cool right there. And then 0.8. Nice. Go back to the assembly. Now, this is going to be the width. Made it to here. And if I did my my diagonal pieces correctly, then this should be in the exact position I want, where I just mate the right plane to the right plane of the robot, or of the assembly. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to quickly just mirror it, just to see if I have my total distance I want. So 33.5, nice. Okay, cool. Did that right. I'm slightly surprised. Not that I haven't done it before, but usually you do it enough where you forget a step or something goes wrong. You make your geometry not as perfect as it should be. That's nice. Definitely digging it. And mirror that over. Won't mirror that over. Did I have? Yeah, that's why. So I should take that out of the mirror, and I will go to the left-right mirror. There you go. Cool. Alright, now this should totally be 26 inches by 33.5. Nice. And the frame's going to be super heavy right now because I have a solid belly pan, but it says 18 pounds. Yeah, that's unacceptable. But there's a lot I haven't lightened yet. This belly pan by itself is 7. So realistically, looking at like a 10-pound frame, it's a little bit heavier than I'd like. What I like to do is I like to have the front ends be 16th inch 2x1. But I can't get away with that now. Maybe I can. Actually, yeah, I totally can. I'm going to go do that, actually. back to my original sketch. I'm going to change that offset to 0.065 because that can totally be 16. That's not taking too much load at all. And I'd say this probably can as well. I'm going to keep these two as 1/8 inch, but this can be 16th easy. And that'll just lessen some of the lightening I'll do on it. Alright, cool. And for the most part, here's my frame. I mean, this is what ta-da it's going to mostly be like. And oh, I'm being dumb. I can't fit a ball through this. Alright, what I'll do is I am 26 inches wide, which is to account for 2 8-inch sides of a bumper and 10-inch oval opening. Okay. So I did the dumb thing, and I forgot I had a ball going through here. So I cannot have this, actually, at all, be this long. This has to be, what is this, 24 minus a 10-inch cutout. I have 2 on either side, so it will be 24 minus 10 would be 14. Divided by 2, I'm going to say it's 7. Rough math. Alright. So that's gonna change things up a bit. And when I go back to my assembly, it's gonna be a little messed up, but I can work with it. Huh. I wish it were that easy. So I can't necessarily mate this perfectly with that. What I can do is I can take away that mate entirely. Where are the mates? Here are mates. There's a coincidence to the plane, and I'll delete that. I'll move this out, and I will make it such that there is a 26-inch distance between the two sides. And that's something I can change at will. So that'll work nicely there. And as a result, I should do a left-right mirror of this piece. And then I'm going to do a forward-back mirror of that mirrored piece as well. Okay. So not preferable, but I can work with it. And I'll probably have something that comes up that'll bridge that gap. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Because without that, it can be pretty weak. Yeah, I'll definitely have something going over the top. Just to make sure this isn't dipping out low. That'll be bad. Other than that, though, writing's looking good. I'm liking it. Let's see. Gearbox. Do I want to do the gearbox now? I think this would be an incredibly short video. How much room do I have for the gearbox? I have plenty of room. Okay, I can wait that off till later. So I'm just going to start adding in some stereotypical West Coast Drive stuff out of my bearing blocks. Or actually, yeah, that's good. That's fine there. To rotate them so the thicker plate is on the inside. Usually what I'll do is I'll make one relative to the frame and the others relative to that one. So that way they all follow the same rules. I also like, what I used to do is I used to make it so that they would have a variable distance, because I mean the whole point of a bearing block is you slide it around, you slide it in this slot. Right, but I don't know, it's not too useful when modeling robots to do that. It's a bit of a waste of time. not gonna lie. So I just do width. I get them right in the center of the slot, and I just mentally account for the fact that it will be moving forward plus or minus this amount. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to cut a slot in there. Actually, I'll do that now. Just to make sure I don't have to like do double of a bunch of stuff. Or actually, yeah, that's fine. So the plate thickness is 1/8, but I'll do 3/16 just to get some clearance. It doesn't need to be that tall either. It could be 1 inch. Really, it's not going to go in that far. I'm going to go through all just because I'd have machine-wise, that would just be a pain just to have to only do one, or CAD-wise at least. Yeah, I don't want that halfway through. And then I'll make sure I can machine it. This is always a step we've saved for later, and we've just forgotten it. It's a pain to go through all your parts that need to be cut into. I'm using... No, I'll use an 1/8 inch bit on this one. Yeah. Cool. So it's, I don't know, something like this is good CAD practice. You want to do as it happens. I don't know. We all get used to lazy CAD, and that doesn't really get you anywhere, unfortunately, and get you a lot of things you need to clean up. Of course, I put it on backwards. Or did I? Yeah, I totally did. Huh. No, wrong one. Change that collinear, make it collinear with the other side. Cool. And I need to change this now, such that, oh, that's a mess. Ew. Nice. Okay. And hopefully if the CAD works out nicely, it's all going to be there. It'll be there. Cool. Alright, that worked out better than I thought. So now I'm going to do the, and the goal of that is if this slides in, it won't get in the way. That's nice. I'll do a width mate here, and here. Now I'm going to get the top, and the reason I don't just made it to one of these is because it is actually slightly larger. Or the slot's slightly larger. And yeah, realistically, you can make the argument that, well, it's just going to sit on the bottom anyways, which it will. Doesn't matter, which, I don't know. Some say it does, some say it doesn't. I just figure if it's going to be there, I'll have it be there at the bottom. Bearings, thunder bearings, thunder hex. Really no need for anything else at this point. Whoops, a daisy. So I forget, is this, yes, this is the original side. Okay, what's wrong there? It's not liking this. Nice, okay. That's happy. That's good there. Just making sure my bearings are all aligned. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get these in the appropriate set of bearing blocks, and then I will mirror everything. And because those were all mirrored together, I should be able to just, or not mirror, but they were mated together. I should be able to do that. Nice. Alright. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to add all this to folders. I'm going to say, add to new folder, frame, cool. And I'll add these to folder powertrain, just so I can know what's where and what's easiest to do. Alright. Bearing block, bearing block, bearing. Now mirror it over. Thick on the inside, thin on the outside. That works nicely. And I'll do the same thing. Bearing block, bearing block, bearing. Rinse and repeat. Not gonna say it again. Cool. Alright, one thing I completely forgot on that one. Because our drivetrain is going to be there, we don't actually need to mirror these ones. Just the outside one. Cool, that's how it's supposed to be. Now as for the wheels we're going to use, what I hear is 233, the pink team, found out that you could take the West Coast Products hubs for the 6-inch pneumatic wheels and put 8-inch wheels over them. And since I prefer the West Coast Products hubs, I think they're better designed than the plastic that can crack. I'm going to be using that. And luckily, my students made a fake, or like a mock-up CAD model of that on their off-season project. So I'm just gonna go over there and try and figure it out. Yeah, I'm just gonna open the drivetrain. You're not seeing anything top secret, don't worry. Oh, look familiar? I actually had no input on this, but I have some things I'd change. So okay, they did they did not put the wheels in, but they should have the wheel parts, right? Oh, don't make me look through. They had the wheels in there, and now I'm slightly disappointed that it's not. Okay, not sure what that is. Okay, work with me. Wait, why is there all this stuff in parts-wise here? Oh, okay. Okay. So this is part of the wheel. Was that 12? That's 11? Nope. That was not it. 10? No? Okay. Oh, I see, because they referenced the West Coast Products part. Oh, kids, why do you have to do that? My kids were so great, and they made the wheel I wanted to use for this video, and then took it away. Okay, it doesn't matter. I will make my own. Yes, I will do that. Let me see. Wheels. So nice to have your own folder where the parts you need are not there. Really? I gotta update this. Okay. Over to 2016, 13, 23 robot drivetrain. 01. Cool. This was Madtown's drivetrain this year. I just want this wheel. Nice. So wait, why was that not in wheels? I'll fix that later. Okay. What's this radius? Of course, not going to tell me. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to make my own 8-inch model. Up to this surface. Why is that doing nothing? And paste cannot terminate the extrude speed. What is that talking about? Oh, because of the surface? Why is this a surface? Okay, I guess I don't know if you can actually see my Chrome screen. I'm just gonna reconnect to the internet and hope I don't get bombarded with messages, and go to West Coast Products website and re-download the step file. Alright, got that. What do we like on video time? 22 minutes? Alright. So actually I'll close out of this. Go over to the desktop. Okay, cool. Convert. Well, it's not letting me do anything. Oh, it's an assembly. Oh god, okay. So I will save this as a part then to the library. It's a good practice. If you're making a library, save all your COTS parts just as parts. Have the assembly somewhere else as well, but it's good just to make sure you have everything as a part. Okay, how do I call this? I'd say it's pneumatic 6_00 OD. This is our naming scheme. How wide is it? Okay, it's like 206.3. Huh. Daisy 2. Back to library so I can get the naming scheme. Get a part. Alright, 2063 wide, 500 hex bore. And then part number So yeah, this is the naming convention that we have. It's essentially a description of it, and then if it's like something that should be driven by transmit power, and then it's the whatever the bore is, or the mounting, and then part number. That's how we do it. Alright. So now I'm going to file close this. I'm going to open that wheel. I wish the CAD were prettier, but oh well. Up to surface. Nice. And I'm going to fillet that by like 1/4 of an inch. And I have it made out of aluminum. That's bad. How much does this weigh? Weight. Everything's 0 pounds. Good job, West Coast Products. You made a 0 pound wheel. Or more likely, there was no weight added. So I'm going to make an approximation. Evaluate mass properties. Override. It's definitely not 8 pounds because it thinks it's solid aluminum. How heavy are the Andy Mark ones? So I'm going to say they're slightly heavier. I'm unsure if you can see this chrome window or not. I think I have it set so you can only see SolidWorks. Doesn't matter. Weight 1 1/8 pound. Okay, so I'll say this is going to be like 1.5. And that's being really conservative on how little it weighs. Probably weighs less, but for all intents and purposes, doesn't matter. And I want to change that color. I like nice looking CAD. Cool. Alright, now I have that. And a good thing that I actually gave more room to the wheels than I needed. Because, actually I'm going to do this over here. Turns out the wheels were a little bit wider than I modeled. I actually expected them to be a little bit under 2 inches and they're a little over. But that's fine. Yep, still fits nicely. So I'm going to handle these wheels the same way I handled the bearing blocks and the bearings. I'm going to start with the 2, and I'll mirror them over. I'm going to put those in powertrain. Mirror the outer ones. Cool. And then gearbox is going to go here. Nice. I like it. It's turned out pretty cool. I love it. Alright. What do I want to play with now? I want to tackle the belly pan. How much time do I have? I'm running on a 30-minute recording already. Okay, I think I'm going to stop it here, and then I'm going to tackle the belly pan. Alright. That is a good plan. I'll save this. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time.